Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly reading for February. This is Moon Magic Tarot and I'm Ambi. I'm going to be using my new deck. It's called the Tarot of the Trees by Dana Driscoll. And what I'm going to do is pull 5 cards. One card is going to be representing the overall energy for the whole month for you, and then a card for each week to kind of give you the general gist of the month coming ahead for you. Alright, Capricorn, let's get you a message for February that speaks to that'll facilitate you reaching your highest potential for February. I feel like I forgot to say something. Oh well. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what you got. Temperance, the inverted tree, you've got the Strength card, the 10 of Pentacles, and Justice. Alright, so this is a very important month for you, it looks like, just based solely on the fact that all but one card is a major arcana, which makes the message loud. You know, it's significant energy, so it's louder, it's bigger. And also you add that the only card that's not is a 10, that's significant. Okay, so this is ouch. This is an important week for you. So the general energy of the month, I'm just going to skip it since I keep messing up, is Temperance. And Temperance cannot be about balancing your emotions, so not being too reactive and, all over the place, all willy-nilly. Which I don't really think that's a Capricorn-y kind of way to be. A lot of the times it's about balancing opposite forces. So here you got the sun and the water, and it's bringing opposite forces together. So this is I just lost the word. Yeah. It's where you can be a mediator. You can, solve issues by seeing the situation clearly from a higher perspective. Yeah. So this is the general energy is basically you playing the judge, I guess. Bringing together fear and love and finding the blend where the two meet, that third energy out of the two things. Being an alchemist, apparently. The first week is the inverted tree. Now, the inverted tree is typically called the hanging man. And the hanging man and the inverted tree are about, the energy is kind of not moving. You can feel like things have stopped progressing, that you're being required to be patient, because patience will be the only thing that gets you through periods where progress is not being made. There can be a stalemate or a stagnancy in the energies. This can also mean that there's a need for self-sacrifice, or that you will be self-sacrificing to some degree. You'll have to look at your own situation to really determine whether this is a detrimental act or whether it's beneficial. Sometimes in life we are required, in order to make steps forward, to be self-sacrificing. We have to choose to let go of something that we've been holding on to in order to proceed forward. So it could be that for you, that you're being asked to maybe go without something you spend money on regularly, or stay up a little later and work on your project than you wouldn't really want to because you like to be rested, or there's something that you're being asked to let go of for a bit. Because this is general, I'd say more likely for most of you, this is going to be slow moving. You're going to feel like you're walking through quicksand as far as anything you're trying to pursue. And this is significant. It is a major arcana, so chances are the energy will be very, very slow for you. And that's just how it's going to be for the first week. It looks like it could possibly bleed into the second week. You have the Strength card, and this is telling you that you need to be strong to get through it. Look, this tree is growing straight out of a mountain. You know? So, as far as you might be frustrated, you might get a little impatient, and being that you're resilient, you can handle it. You'll cling to the side of that mountain and grow upwards and flourish as best you can, right? This card also might be talking about the need to be compassionate, be strong in your vulnerability. You might have to show some weakness in order to get the full immensity of your strength across to another person. It could very much just be that you need this strength to keep you from going crazy with things moving along so slowly. Maybe you, because this is here, it could be that you've had word that this was coming for a while, and so it feels like time might be going by just normally, and things are going by normally, but you're waiting for some kind of significant payout, because in the third week, you've got the Ten of Pentacles, and a lot of the time, this has to do with a lump sum of money coming in, or finances significantly improving. So you're like crawling at it, like, come on, come on, come on. I need that for this, that, and the other. Like, I'm behind on my bills. I need that, like, I'm hungry. I've been going without food so that I could, put food in my kids' bellies or whatever. And it's right there, come on, or my clothes have holes in them and I just, come on, the money's right there, and this is your strength to hold out, because there's ways to finagle, but it's going to end up costing you more in the long run if you try to dip into something that's not quite there yet, like payday loans and stuff like that. That'll just screw you over and make things worse for you in the long run. This is like, hold on to your patience and don't let go. It might be challenging, but it's good. It's very good for that, because you will get the payout and you want to get the full embrace of it. And a lot of the time when you've been waiting for something, it makes it that much sweeter when you get here. So yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. This could also be family stability and stuff like that. Pentacles can be family, higher education, wisdom, not a lot of the times, but in association with higher education. It can have to do with property. It can have to do with the health. Anything we kind of tie to the material world, Pentacles seems to govern a lot of the time. And being that it's a 10, this is significant. So like, and usually it's kind of just like, boom, there it is. It's a bold card. So it could be that, boom, you get your tax returns in the third week of February, I guess, because it's that time of year too. Your refund. You get your refund. It could be other things. It could be an inheritance that came in. You lost somebody in the past, and maybe that's what this is. You've got this sadness, and then this comes, and you might not be overjoyed with it, but it's just the fact is that you have that, so it's good. And that could, that makes sense, where you're like, you have to balance the joy of like, wow, I get this big chunk of money and I've needed it for a while, and the sadness of, I lost my grandma, or your grandma just popped into my head, so we're gonna go with that. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're stoked about this, but you needed it, you wanted it, and it's gonna be there in the third week. Some kind of stability. This could be a property comes in through inheritance. It's a lot of the times it has to do with things of that nature, inheritances and being passed down the family line, but it comes in a chunk. The fourth week, you've got the Justice card. And the Justice card is, clearly about justice, so the good prevailing. It can be very karmic, so if you've done good, you get good. If you've kind of been shady, then shady things might happen to you. You might be looking at some kind of unfortunate event happening because due to your previous behavior, but chances are, judging from this windfall, so to speak, this chunk of goodness, material goodness falling in your lap, you've been on the straight and narrow, being good and generous and loving. Just this could be asking you to continue that generosity forward so that you can create some positive karma for you going forward. It can be in relation to legal matters, so this could be like the finalizing of the process of receiving a will or finalizing the fact an estate, legal paperwork, things that have to do with judges, lawyers, notaries, things of that nature can be indicated by this, so that you could be focusing on that a little bit. That seems really loud too. So I would say chances are you have some kind of legal thing tied to this thing coming. So that kind of sticks with the idea of an inheritance. For some of you, I mean, this is general reading, so I know it's not that way for everybody who comes across this. But some of you, I really, like, that definitely is how that's going to work out for you. And this is going to go good. Especially because I think going into it, there's been some parties that were not as ethical in their handlings of the person who this is coming from, or just the whole circumstances. They're very greedy in the way they've gone about it, and somehow that works out with this to where justice goes blah blah blah, and they get to see how their shady greediness gets paid off in the end. But you'll see, if there's somebody that's wronged you in the past, chances are you'll get word, or you'll see karma come in and kind of swat them on their butt, and maybe they learn and they can grow from it, which would be awesome, because that's all we really want, is people to be better, right? And not just for our own sakes, for everybody's sakes. We want the world to generally be better, and sometimes it comes through harsh lessons of karma. But yeah, so it looks like this will be a good month for you. Some patience testing in the beginning of the month, but nothing you can't handle. I think you are very resilient, so you absolutely have what it takes to overcome all of this, okay? Yeah, you absolutely do. It'll work out for your benefit, and if there was a loss in your family, I truly give you my heart and my condolences. If that's the case, it would have already happened, so you would be seeing this knowing that had happened to you already, and that's why I say that. But anyways, much love to you. If you want to, please do comment. I'd love to hear from those of you watching these videos. I think that would be awesome to get to know you. And if you want to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do, that's alright. Just so I can kind of get an idea of, how these are being received, I guess. And then, if you want to see my videos in the future, subscribe. I guess that's it. Have a beautiful month. Have a beautiful February. And, yeah, so much love to you guys. Bye-bye now.